What is going on, guys? Today it's finally the day where I rank every single Blackwing deck. And first of all, let's appreciate real quick this moment, this video that like being able to make this video right now for a Blackwing tier list. Like over my YouTube career, I built over 6 different Blackwing decks. And let's appreciate real quick this moment because how awesome is that, bro? How awesome is that we can play so many different Blackwing decks? Like, I don't know any other archetype that is so versatile as Blackwings. Maybe there is, but I don't really care what any other decks. But bro, this is just fun because not only are they versatile, but every single version of it has a completely different board. We got Indestructible Arm Master. We got turn skips, and control decks or whatever. So many different versions. And today I want to rank 6 of them. Okay, there might be more. Okay, but right now I just want to rank those 6 because I believe these are the most competitive versions. So yeah, bro, let's do this, man. I'm so hyped for this one. Okay. Let's start with the first one. The first one that has like this creation gave me the biggest boost on YouTube because Team Samurai, shout out to Sam and Team Samurai. This creation was able to give me my first shout out on Team Samurai's video, like over 1.5 years ago, I think it was, where Sam made this Indestructible for Arm Master build and also gave me the shout out for this creation because yeah, you guys know like who did it first. Like, it's your boy. Okay, if you ever see like an Indestructible Arm Master anywhere out there, you know it's my creation, and that's something I'm really proud of. And yeah, but unfortunately, competitive wise, I haven't played it as much competitive yet because it's easy to break. Like, you might win against like the top meta decks because not every meta deck plays kaijus or whatever, but you might lose sometimes to a deck that has only simple goddess, whatever, and that already sucks sometimes. Like, yeah, you can build more than just one Indestructible Arm Master. You can actually surround it with other cards, but then you will probably lose really bad against a single Nibiru sometimes, which sucks also. And it also loses really hard to draw, really hard to draw. And yeah, I like it. It's really fun. It's probably the most fun deck that we have because it's just seeing your opponent's face when they try to run over it and cannot destroy it. It's just, yeah, it's too fun. Like, I can't. It's really funny. And yeah, but unfortunately right now it's not the one of the competitive, like it's the least competitive deck, I would say. But yeah, I'm going to work more on this deck. Yeah, you guys gonna see some more videos about this soon, so stay tuned. Indestructible Full Armor Master is right now the least competitive version, but it's probably the most fun one. Next one. Oh shit, sorry guys. Next one, we have the King Calamity, and I know King Calamity has a lot of fans. Okay, right now, especially right now, you see so many. You see Menadium, you see Red Dragon Archfiend decks, you see Centurion, all of these decks running the the King Calamity. You see all of those decks, but we've been doing this for more than a year. Before you all have done this, we've been doing this with a single Simoon, bro. A single Simoon. And there are many ways to summon the King Calamity, but in my opinion, it's just not strong. This card can easily miss its timing. Easily, which is already scheiße. See what I mean? Like, if you have, for example, 2 imperms, like the Caluga version can play through 2 imperms, but the King Calamity cannot. You can just keep your 2 imperms for your turn, and then on your turn you can use those 2 imperms, which is like already, like I said, really bad. Yeah, and like I said, it's a weaker version of the Caluga, because Caluga has Bolt Wipe, heavy storm, and King Calamity doesn't have that. So you still lose to Labyrinth or any other stun deck. So I don't really like this one, but it's a little bit more competitive than the Indestructible Armor Master version. But like, if you really want to go to YCS, don't go with the King Calamity version. You rather want to go with the Caluga. And the Caluga is some deck that we all need to appreciate and be thankful for, because this build has carried us for a long time in Blackwings. Shout out to Silent Blackwing. He was the guy who first invented the Caluga build in Blackwings. And then once the support came out and all of that, I added my spice, my stuff to it, and it is what it is today, in my opinion. And I'm going to make a different video about this. I'm going to talk more about the Caluga version. But for beginners in general, even if it's you, like in Yu-Gi-Oh general, or for any other player, like for people that believe they're not good in this game and don't know much about the meta or against any other deck, like, because if you want to be like really competitive and good in Yu-Gi-Oh, you need to know all the other decks. If you're playing Caluga, you don't need to know all the other decks, because all you want to do is summon Caluga, and then you ultimately win against any deck. It doesn't matter if it's Labyrinth or whatever, because against Labyrinth, all you're gonna do is just wipe the back row, and you already win. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, summoning Caluga, once he's on the field, bro, you're winning. That's the thing. Once King Calamity is on the field, that doesn't mean shit. It does not mean shit. That's why Centurion hasn't won a YCS yet, because Calamity isn't that good. But Caluga is insane. The only issue with this deck is that you have to play 2 bricks, which is the Raider's Wing and the rank up. But sometimes having the rank up already on your hand is also a blessing sometimes. But yeah, it's 2 bricks that you have to play. And yeah, bricks usually don't carry a deck to a YCS win, I believe. What am I talking about right now? But yeah. And smart people find maybe always a way to beat Caluga. So that's why, like, it is really strong. Going second, this deck isn't as strong. But I mean, with YCS Vancouver, the Caluga build that I did was actually pretty good, because I wasn't maining the Caluga. That's why that deck was performing really well in Vancouver. But you cannot 100% rely on Caluga. That's the issue. I believe it's not the best version right now, and like I said, it's also the most consistent version. And the key in the best deck is consistency, and this deck does not have the consistency as the other top decks that I'm going to show you. So for me, it's between A and B. I would say A. Okay, let's put. It's hard, man. I want to put like B. Yes, it's hard. I'm gonna put it to B. Okay, for me, Caluga is B. But you can also put it to A. It's something between here and A. But it's definitely not the best version in my opinion. But it's somewhere here. Okay, let's put it to B. Next up, we got the pure Blackwing version. Completely pure. I'm not talking about no Assault Synchron. No Bestials, no nothing. The good thing about this, though, is that you can play a lot of hand traps. The bad thing is, you will potentially break from a lot of hand traps, because you don't have that many good starter engine cards. You're relying on always at least 1, like 2. If you don't have Simoon with another black monster, you need like either Zudri with another, either Zudri or Vata with some, like, you usually need like 2 hand traps, and that's my issue with this deck. It is really strong. And then the other thing is, like, going second. If you only have, like, sometimes when you play with Pistids, with Horse, whatever, you have other engine cards that can help you to play through interruptions going second, or also break some bots. And if you're playing only hand traps and pure versions, it's not really possible. Because, yeah, playing through interruptions with only engine is difficult. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's really, really difficult. And usually you cannot do that. So, yeah. But for me, it's definitely better than the Calamity version. I don't want to say it's better than the Caluga version because it's not. I want to say, let's put it like this. Yeah, it's something up here. Like this. It is really strong. Yeah, we can put it like this. It's fine. The pure version is equally as good as the Caluga version. I can say that. Yeah. Alright. Next up, we have... Oh shit. Now it's getting really tough here. Now it's getting really tough because we got the Horus engine and we got the Lobelian engine left. Oh man, oh man, oh man. How am I supposed to do this? I don't know. Let's start with... Both have their pros and their cons, okay? Both. Ooh, it's tough. This one is really tough. So, so much suspension. Let's start with the Biscuit version. So the Biscuit version is something that I really, really like a lot because the combo lines are always completely different. At almost every turn or every match, I go for a line that I didn't go before. So your opponent can never expect you to go like a certain way. If you guys understand what I'm saying, like you always go different routes, different lines, and this is why also this deck is so good, because your opponent will be surprised. And because sometimes I feel like, okay, let's start. I just want to Ash, I don't know, Vata. So they're waiting for Vata to Ash Vata and keep their Ash, but then suddenly you start with a completely different package with Assault Synchron and the Biscuits, and they keep their Ash, and then they're just really confused because they know that if they throw their Ash on the Assault on the Biscuit package, yet you still have the Black Wings, and then they know that one Ash is not going to be it. So I would say this version can play through the most hand traps. I'm gonna say it can play through the most hand traps. But once, like, if they successfully act with evenly match, let's say Dark will evenly match, and regain all of that is gone. I mean, you still have something, okay, but the Biscuits die. Like, even if you top deck a Biscuit, you can maybe still go into like another Synchro monster, but oh, it's so hard, bro. I don't know how to say this. I don't really know how to say this, but this is so difficult. Alright, all I want to say is this deck, if you have like a really good hand, bro, you're winning through all the hand traps. There's no hand traps that can stop you. But sometimes this deck can brick really bad, because you start with too many Biscuits. But you don't have any graveyard targets. And your opponent suddenly plays Rescues and also doesn't have any dark targets. Maybe if they have like Diabol's engine, but if they don't have the Diabol's engine, then yeah, or Fire Kings. Against Fire Kings, the Biscuits are dead. Or sometimes against Infernoble, I mean, rest in peace to Infernoble, but sometimes if they have this equip spell that says no cards can be targeted, then the Biscuits are also dead. And this is like my biggest issue with this deck, is that the Biscuits are a blessing, but they can also be a curse. And that's my issue against some decks they don't do anything, but against other decks they are insanely strong. But in this next format, I don't think the biscuits are going to be as good as in the previous ones. So that's why I have to put the biscuit version to A, because of consistency issues that I don't like. I'm not saying this deck is not consistent, it is consistent, but it's not as consistent as the Horus Blackwing deck right now. And that's the thing why I'm going to put the Horus deck on top, because it is the most consistent deck I have ever created. I don't remember a single time I have bricked with this deck. And even the worst hand sometimes won me games, because alone I don't even need Blackwing sometimes. All I need is a couple hand traps, a couple of Horus cards, because bro, the sarcophagus, oh, fuck, I can't say it. In German it's the sarcophag. Yeah, that card alone, bro, you have so much grind game. Every turn you can, thanks to this card, summon another monster. Like turn 1, zombie vampire. Turn 2, photon lord. Turn 3, SP little knight. Like every turn you can summon another monster. And breaking boards, going second. It's so easy to break boards with this. Like your opponent is forced to use all the interruptions on the Horus engine. And that's why it's also insane. And then if you are going first, getting out that monster negate before you even start with your normal combos. Crazy. Like, it's actually crazy. I really, really like this deck. I have never bricked with this deck ever before in my life. And I don't know how many times I was so happy to see, like, top decking a sarcophagus after I lost the first one. Sarcophagus, I don't even know. Sarcophagus, fuck, I can't say it, but yeah. Top decking that and just running over for the win with the Horus engine, bro. You don't need anything else. You don't need anything else. That's why I love this deck so much, and that's also the reason why I believe the Horus Blackwing deck is right now the best version. Yeah. Just because of consistency. Consistency. And siding. Siding is so much fun with this deck, man. So much fun. Oh, yeah. So that's why, yeah. You guys might not approve of my opinion. But trust me, the more you play with this Horus Blackwing deck, the more you're gonna like it. And that's all I can say right now. Play this deck, and I'll promise you, the more you play with it, the more you're gonna like it. Okay. Right now, I'm working on the new Blackwing Bastille deck. Because this deck, like the Horus deck, loses sometimes really bad against Shifter sometimes. But the Bastille deck doesn't necessarily have to lose against Shifter. It can play actually really nice on the Shifter, which the Horus deck cannot. But yeah, I don't think Shifter is going to be a big problem in this next format. But yeah. Alright, what about you guys? What do you think is the best Blackwing deck? Let me know in the comments right now below. And yeah, at the end of the day though, I'm really proud of every single Blackwing deck, and I love every single one of it. And the fact is that my best record was with the Bastille version, was just because of the format and being unfortunate at Bologna. But at the same time, the Horus deck gave me SP Little Knight Giant card. That's also not only also won a case tournament with that, but that's also another big W. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. I love you all. Take care. Bye bye.